After the interception, here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A loss of 2 there, second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Goff now to throw. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. On 1st and 10, Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. On 1st down, Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Goff now looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. The first down run with Gurley good for only about 3. It's second down now. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Goff nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive.
Hey, Shell. Big 61, matchbox lights. 12.
Goff now to throw. And Woods has it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play. Goff going to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, boys, let's go. Let's go. Fight, 315. 51.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Carson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
14,
Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Prosise. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
14.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Hey, on 133. Hey, exit.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. It's a pickup of 5, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They set up the screen to Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. It's caught by OBJ. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 35 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Wilson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Hooked off by Demarius Randall, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Following the interception. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 13. After the interception, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
He finds his target, Beckham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Browns have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. C.J. Procise was the intended.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what?
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Here's Beckham. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their play.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 54, Mike 50.
King! My God!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
Check.
Kill.
Shit. Turn it. Hey, guys, listen.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is caught for the 2 points. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
I got it. Right there.
Back to it after the pick six, Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mayfield now. It's caught. Beckham. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A run for Nick Chubb.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
One set.
Hurry! 3, 218, chopper. Pistol, pistol, pistol.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Hunt going to run for it. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 78 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now this throw caught left side, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
First and 10 at the 42.
First down, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Chubb takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Mayfield now from the 50. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
From the gun, Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, If they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Got Gordon open, completes it. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rolling to his right. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. He's back to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
All the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Right there, 54. Right there, 54. Let's go, defense.
Hey, high 7.
Back to throw. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Get ready. King.
Here's Mayfield. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Browns drive about to get started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Go, go.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Hey, Delta.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Alert, 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 alert.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. 3 buzz. 3 buzz. 54.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
53 for Mike. 53.
First throw in overtime now for Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now it's Carson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only second down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for third. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's third down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On third and goal, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.